Nutrition coaching has dramatically changed over the last 5 years. How we get clients is completely different. How we actually coach those clients, completely different. And that got me thinking, what would I do if I had to start over my nutrition coaching business from ground zero, from scratch? I'm gonna break down that process for you today, step by step. So here we go. The first thing that I would do, the first step, this might be a little hard to wrap your head around, but if you don't have paying clients, you don't have a nutrition coaching business. You have a time draining hobby, which is great if you love helping people and you're passionate about nutrition. But if you want to make a business out of this where you help people and make money, you need paying clients. So a lot of your time and energy should be spent on acquiring those clients, getting those clients, especially at the beginning. The good news is, I've been in this situation before and I'll be in it again. The people that already look to you for health and nutrition and fitness advice, they're already all around you. So if I was in this situation, I would make sure that I was doing some short-term actions, short-term strategies. I like to call them like scrappy actions to get paying clients right away. This means the social media side of things of growing your business, I wouldn't say it's overrated, but it's completely overblown, especially if you're starting from zero. It's not that it's not important, it just shouldn't be your first priority. Your first priority should be reaching out and engaging with the people all around you. The conversations that you're having already, you should be pointing people and like in this direction, highlighting like how you could help, what you do, even just drawing attention to the fact that you're getting this going again. The people that are gonna sign up for your coaching business, at the beginning, you're already going to know them. They're going to be friends, family, acquaintances. You need to make this known. Now, with that being said, that's the short-term actions. You should also have a longer-term strategy in place. I like to think about this as like short-term and long-term. Short-term, what do I need to do to get paying clients right now through the people that are already all around me? Long-term, what do I need to do to have paying clients come to me? That's where we start to get more specific around the type of person that we help. We like to think about where are they hanging out, where are they consuming content, all those type of things. If I had to start over from scratch, I would be doing YouTube right off the bat and creating long form content because it's the quickest way for people to get to know you, understand you, like you, all those type of things. I would give away absolutely everything I do for free because I've learned the lesson the hard way. People are still gonna pay you for the implementation of that stuff. So your coaching tips, your strategies, your intellectual property, the process that you take people through to work with them, highlight it all, document it all, put it all out there. You're gonna start that way developing a long-term strategy that people are gonna know how you help them step by step. They still won't, in many cases, do it. That's just human nature, because they're still gonna pay you to implement that stuff. They're still gonna pay you to hold them accountable. They're still gonna pay you for the coaching advice and support to customize those strategies to your situation. That's how it's gonna happen. Short term, gotta get scrappy to get paying clients. Long term, I'm starting to think about how do I get clients coming to me? Don't need an overcomplicated funnel or a website or any of that type of stuff. I would just document how I help people in a specific way, give it all away for free with the right titles and approach, and people are gonna come to me. How will I do that on YouTube? Create some like a lead magnet or a guide, talk about it in each and every video, and people are going to start opting in and getting into my community and my network that way. That's how I'm gonna get paying clients. The second thing that's important to focus on in terms of coaching fulfillment and how I actually do the coaching, you could do this concurrently. You don't have to do it after you get paying clients, but getting people to raise their hand first and say like, hey, I wanna work with you is a good start. And then you could just be a few steps ahead. So many of you, myself included, I focused on the nice to do things at the beginning of my coaching career, not the need to do things. The need to do things are getting paying clients and starting to work with them. In order to work with them on the fulfillment side of things, the one thing I would do is I would pick one style of coaching, one system, one approach that I would do with all of my clients. If you get any pushback on that, it's not that your clients don't know better than you do about how you should work with them. You know how you're best suited to coach, what you should focus on, how you should do the feedback and approach that type of stuff. You need to focus on that and have firm expectations around how to work with you. There's just too much noise around being client-centered in this space. Being client-centered is putting the client's results at the forefront of everything you do, and you're only going to be an effective coach that delivers on those when you know what you're doing in a step-by-step process. So I would work with my clients in a one-on-one capacity without sessions, without calls, without any of those things. I would do weekly check-ins where I would collect all the relevant information, the objective side of things with their calories and their macronutrients through a shared sheet. I'd get them to check in with a shared check-in form that all my clients use. If you've never seen any of those resources, I'm happy to pass them along. Just let me know down in the comments below if you want those. Just type comment form and I'll send them over to you. Collect like 5 to 6 questions around how their week went, specific enough to like they're going to tell you and fill you in on their situation, what went well, what needs improvement, what they would do differently, give them a chance to reflect on their week and what they would do differently, almost like, coaching themselves in a sense, where then you're going to provide feedback in a non-live capacity with a video review. We use the hybrid check-in process where, you review everything through a video recording where you therefore, here's what I'm seeing, here's what needs to change, this is what I would adjust, this is what I would focus on. You send that off via email with the video link included. Loom is the best way to do that. There's maybe a little bit of back and forth around that process, around, are they going to do the action step, what that would look like, what something different would look like, what's more likely for them to achieve, and that's the weekly check-in. And I'd focus on that way. I wouldn't be doing weekly sessions with my clients that just turn into like 1-hour therapy sessions that I'm not even well advised to be able to do, or just small talk or any of those things. It would be streamlined and it would be effective, and I'd build my coaching process around that. If my coaches say, I don't want to, or my clients say, I don't want to track my intake or anything like that, I would make sure that they see why it's in their best interest to go down this path for their specific goals. Not just say, hey, yeah, actually you could do it this way, and take a step back and try something more minimal or less invasive or less intense or anything like that. You really want to put them in a position to succeed. And you're only going to do that when you stick to your guns and do something similarly all the time that you know will be streamlined and effective. And that's where you're starting to build out your nutrition coaching system and your process. The more that I think about this stuff, the more that I think about like, hey, maybe I should try this out in a new niche. If you think I should do that completely from scratch, completely from new, drop an emoji down in the comments below and I'll document the entire thing and see how quickly I could get this going from scratch using this process. Honestly, if I get enough interest and support through that, I'll get to work on it right away. The third thing I would do is really focus on like my business and coach offering. Like how would I price things, what it would look like. At the beginning, I would set up my services on a month-to-month basis. I would make sure that the easiest way to build up revenue at the beginning isn't to sell packages, even if people would give you more money up front. That's seems like an attractive thing to do. But when you sell packages, there's going to be ups and downs around that process. If I'm not extremely good with my money, which is tough to be as an entrepreneur at times, maybe there's some ups and downs and then I can't rely on the unsteady income. I would be building up my monthly recurring revenue by charging my clients for this service on a month-to-month basis. Give them some sense of how long it's going to take to reach their goals, but you're offering them a coaching service, which is ongoing. Once we reach the first goal, there's something else to focus on. Like people they're gonna stick with you on average between 4 to 7 months, but many will stick to with you longer. Now, knowing what I know now, back then, I would definitely do it this way because some of my clients would stick with me for 5 years, like they literally did. Now, if I just sold them on a 3 or 6 month package, maybe they would just do that and it wouldn't be this ongoing, like I'm working hard for you, I'm helping you solve problems and vice versa. Every month we're, re-engaging and doing those type of things, and the communication is constant and the support is always there. That's why I would push ahead with this model. I think it's the best way to start for many people and go from there. I'd probably start my services at $250 a month for the first 5 people that sign up. I always got to think about, why should someone do this right now? And if there isn't a strong enough reason, like there is limited space, that there's only 5 people getting this price, they probably won't do it. They'll have to think about it. You got to give them reasons to do that. That's just being a smart business owner. And then you build from there. Once I get 5 people in, I'm going to raise the price, and I'm going to start to get, aggressive around that, because I'm building out confidence. I know people, are going through this process. There's validation around, hey, people actually want this and they're willing to pay that. So therefore there's a demand, and I'm going to build off of that and grow. And that's what I'm going to do from the coaching side of things. So much of this has changed. I do think everything's been so social media driven for the last little bit, that we're going to start to see in-person connections become stronger, and people develop and focus around that type of stuff and leveraging their communities and going back to that stuff. And there's going to be a focus on that. There's been a few things that haven't changed at all. Nutrition coaching is very much a results-based business. And if you can deliver results, people are going to talk about it no matter what. They're going to stay with you. They're going to continue to work on that type of stuff. That's not going to change, as well as there's been a huge, boom in AI and popularity around that type of stuff. People are always going to want to work with leaders and humans that can lead them, that they're one step ahead of them, that inspire them. Those two things are never going away. And if you can focus on doing that type of stuff, that's how I get my nutrition coaching business, started from scratch and grow. Now, as a reminder, if you want to see me do this stuff from scratch and get it started again, drop an emoji down in the comments below, and I'll get to work and I'll start documenting this process and go from there. Now, as great as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting a nutrition coaching business, one thing you're going to have to focus on is the check-in process. Your entire nutrition coaching business is going to function around that. Your feedback, how you do it, staying organized, how you address the coaching, and how you actually perform it. I'm going to teach you how to do that entirely in the video I have linked up right here. So check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.